Welcome back to Windsong Intuition. This is the focus of the week for the last part of July, beginning part of August for 2019. However, if you are seeing this at a later date, I've set the intention that this be timeless, so if you're drawn to it, then it's relevant for you. These are general readings, so take what applies to you and just accept that the rest may be for somebody else. And this is for fire signs. And if you're new to my channel, what I do is I'll do a 5-card layout for the 5 different aspects of your life, and whatever aspect I feel is going to need your attention for next week, I'll pull that aside and we'll do some clarifying cards, and we'll see what does the fire signs, what do the fire signs need to focus on next week. Fire signs. They need to focus on. Okay, so this middle card is yourself. The bottom card is going to be your finances. This next card will be home. And we have education. And we have relationships. Okay. Well, right away I'm definitely seeing something going on with relationships. For fire signs, so everything else looks good for yourself. There may be a message coming when it comes to finances, which could be either work or just bills in general. Everything looks good when it comes to the home. Education, you may be feeling a little stagnant, or sort of in a rut, but I'm really going to focus more on this 5 of Wands. And if you're new to my readings, I'm an intuitive reader. I don't always go by the traditional meanings of the cards. I do sometimes. The 5 of Wands is usually about conflict. You see the tug of war here going on. So what is going on with relationships? And this could be anything. This could be work, friends, love. What is going on with... Actually, I like this top card right here. I want this one. Okay. That's interesting juxtaposition, isn't it? Okay, so right now, actually what I'm feeling is that the problem that's going on is more in the head. It's more of overthinking things, feeling like things are maybe having an issue when in actuality there really isn't an issue. For some of you, okay, I feel like some of you, the problem may be for fire signs if you're you may be trying to get pregnant. The Empress sometimes refers to fertility, so you may be having family issues where that's concerned. But overall, because these are really positive cards, I feel like this push and pull that's going on is, I hate to say it, fire signs, but it's probably self-created. These readings, they're meant to help you be aware of aspects of your life that are going to need your attention, and it's not always going to be pleasant to hear, but I feel like things would be fine in the relationship area if you maybe quit overthinking things a bit. Maybe you're feeling like there's an issue, and so you're a little more on the defensive, and that actually is going to cause issues. And so next week, especially because this is for next week, I feel like you really need to be aware of being hypersensitive or oversensitive, or maybe overthinking things or reading too much into things, because I really feel like if you can do that, in actuality, what's going on with relationships in your life, either with love or your family, and even at work, that in actuality you really have things pretty good. Things are really good. So try to figure out why you're feeling this, and understand that that just because it's going on in your head doesn't mean that that's what the reality is. And a lot of times we tend to psych ourselves out and cause problems when there aren't any. And I'm guilty of that as well, because I really feel like in actuality things are really, really good with your relationships. So let's try to, next week, let's really try to focus on not causing the problems when there are no problems. And for those of you who are struggling with fertility, I feel like you just need more time. You know, I hate to say that you need to be patient, because some of you, this may have been ongoing for quite a while, and it's hard to be patient then. But, you know, she's abundant, she's fertile. You see a little waterfall coming. You know, things are flowing, and I think things are going to be just fine. You know, people talk about divine timing, and things happen at a specific time for a specific reason. So try not to let this upset you if it's not happening. Like maybe you were hoping to be pregnant, and you know you start your period and it's very disappointing next week. But try not to worry about that, because actually your family life is really, really good, and it's going to happen in the right timing. I'm going to pull some Crystal Angel Oracle cards. Maybe one card, maybe more, just depends on. See if we can't see. You know, little additional advice here. What do fire signs need to know for next week? What's going to help them get out of their head and look at how good things are. I'm a really messy shuffler, guys, just so you know. I'm not a pretty shuffler at all. Oh, I like this one. Let's see, what does this one say? The recovery of health and wellness is here. So this may be happening for those of you with the fertility issues. You may be coming out of an illness, or you may be going to enter into, an illness, like maybe you're going to get a cold or something, and whatever it is, and you just need to wait. But for whatever it is, also I'm hearing mental health. Health and wellness comes from mental health. So I think this applies for both. I really think that those of us that are fire signs next week really need to be focusing on getting out of our head, for those of us who are kind of causing this push and pull, and for those of us who are feeling some disappointment, really take some time and relax. And a lot of times this will come along once you've sort of let it go and relaxed into the idea that it will happen when it's going to happen, and a lot of times it'll just pop up and surprise you. Really be focusing more on your health and wellness, rather than being in your head and thinking of problems that really aren't there. Try to focus more on your own health. Take some time out, look at your diet, drink more water, get some rest. Even if it's you need to take some time out when you're at work and just go for a walk on your break or on your lunch break. Really focus more on your own health and wellness, and this is going to fall more in line next week. So really focus on this next week, on not being in your head so much, or not feeling some disappointment, and let's do some self-care, for you guys, you fire signs next week. Really focus on yourself and being positive and loving yourself, and this is going to come along. So I really hope that this reading was helpful for you guys, and if it was, leave a comment and let me know, how things turned out next week. And I really hope you have a really great week and you try to stay positive. Okay, fire signs? Goodbye.